Hey folks, Mick here with another casual video. Today we carry on our Mesmer leveling guide from level 30 to 50. We've accomplished this in approximately 9 hours, which is consistent with the amount of levels per hour from the previous video. This was completed in approximately 4 days, 2 to 3 hour gaming sessions. Again, we've only done map completion as our main source of leveling experience and have not gone into the story. From level 30 to 50, we've completed the exploration of Gendron Fields, Snowden Drifts, Arathi Hinterlands, and a portion of Lornar's Pass. Funny story, Snowden is kinda out of place since it does not match our current level. Well, I got lost, and I thought I was in Lornar's Pass. I entered through this portal here, when I should have entered through the portal here instead. When I realized I was well into the exploration, so I just completed it anyway. I gotta say, logging in, just doing dailies on days I don't get to do longer gaming sessions does help quite a bit. I do try to make time to do dailies on those days, and the experience does add up. For this set, that added up to 3 to 4 levels. If you're like me, then doing some of those dailies will help a bit. Our build is still largely mobility based: Blink, Mimic, Portal, and Temporal Curtain. Due to the trait lines picked, we spec more into Condi damage over power damage. Each trait line has an affinity to a certain weapon type. This is also true for other classes. The Chaos line we use to enhance our Blink has an affinity to Staff, and Staff is mainly condition damage, and this is why we picked the Condi build. Level 35 is the first level where we could get Condi stats, or at least this is the case when looking into the trading post. It was at this level that we bought our first matching stats. We went all out and got weapons, armors, and accessories. We picked out Condi as a main damage stat, and Precision as a supporting stat. Precision arguably is better with power, but it still helps with Condi damage as it increases critical chance, which sometimes does add to the application of Condis. There are pros and cons to both Condi and power build. Condi damage is more forgiving and allows more survivability, but it needs more time to complete the objectives due to the slow build-up of damage. One other downside is it makes it hard to tag mobs with a slow projectile firing off from the staff or the scepter, especially when there are higher level players around one-shotting all the low-level mobs. Straight power damage, on the other hand, gives instant damage but very minimal room for mistakes, bordering unsurvivable when soloing boss fights. Just to have fun, we soloed some low-level group events, and playing Condi damage made it super comfortable. Just manage the distance and get the boss to chase us around. Let the illusions do most of the Condi damage, and voila, event succeeded. Now the painful thing is that it takes too long to kill normal mobs. The question is it worth it to be comfy soloing bosses, or is it better to be more efficient killing normal mobs? Well, of course the answer is both, but this will come in the future. In the next video, we'll revise our approach and take power damage to see how that goes. So how do we play Staff? If we're just fighting normal mobs, then the goal is to not overkill any one target, as that would despawn all our clones when the target dies. So I like to split the damage into 3 parts. I'll cast Staff 3, Phantasmal Warlock on target 1, then Staff 5, Chaos Storm on an area. While inside the Chaos Storm, cast Staff 2, Phase Retreat on target 2. Casting Staff 2 inside the Chaos Storm will grant us Chaos Armor, which when hit will give the target a random condition damage and us a random boon. Lastly, Staff 1, Winds of Chaos on target 3. All our clones will be casting Staff 1, which bounces and distributes damage to all targets nearby, and boon on us. If fighting a veteran or higher, just cast everything on them. They have a higher health pool and would probably outlast other targets. We also have a second set of weapons, Scepter Focus, so how do we use it? If we're fighting a group of targets, then I like using Scepter 4, Temporal Curtain into the Void, to gather targets into a point. Then I use Scepter 3, Confusing Images, on the target that's furthest back, most likely the range type, as the beam would damage everything it passes through. Lastly, I'll cast Focus 5, Phantasmal Warden, on the target with the most health. Well, there you have it guys, that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. Happy leveling. This is Casual Mick. Until the next one.